Um, but the pairing of Wade and Corey on SmackDown, I think that has the potential to be fine. I think it's just going to take some getting used to because I see a lot of people already are like, oh, I'm not sure how this is going to go. And I understand a little bit of the hesitancy, but I feel like we kind of need to see how it works for a bit first because both are very good on commentary on their own. We haven't seen them working together, but I think they're going to be fine because they're both very charismatic. They're both naturally pretty funny. It will be interesting though because they both have technically been the heel commentator. So someone's going to have to flip, and it's whoever the play-by-play is. Which, if we're thinking it's going to be Corey, then it's going to have to be Corey
I think
that
Corey could flip
takes on
easy.
that babyface role, which is going to be interesting because that's not something that really like comes natural for him, like but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting, and I think we need to just see how it plays out before we just immediately start saying, oh, this is going to be bad.
I'm excited for this duo. I'm
Yeah.
like very interested to see how well they play off each other because they are two background heels,
Mhm.
and they've done a stand-up job being the heel commentator, the devil's advocate, we'll say. Now that you have them both on SmackDown and, Corey going into this role, why not have, kind of good cop or good cop, bad cop, but it's just like bad cop, less bad cop. You know what I mean? Like a
I
little.
That's not a bad idea because technically if you look at McAfee and Cole, they're like the same too. There isn't one
Mhm.
guy that's like, yay, bad guy, and the other one's like, yay, good guy. It's like they both are kind of on the same page, Like, so it wouldn't be a bad thing, I feel like, if they did the opposite on SmackDown. Cause I mean, it's not like Graves or Barrett are both celebrating like, McIntyre jumping Sammy or something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like they're not both like, yeah. It's like maybe they are, but it's like I feel like that needs to be a difference. Like there needs to be a little bit more of a balance. Like if you're going to go with these two guys on Raw, then have them be the opposite on SmackDown so that it's kind of a little bit more interesting,
Mhm.
especially when they're going with two guys that have never been the lead. Like it's always been like Michael Cole or like Jerry
Mhm.
Lawler or whoever the stand-in guy for play-by-play is, which has been like a bunch of people that they've tried to find over the years. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that Barrett's not completely off because I just thought he's been doing so good that when I initially saw he wasn't on Raw, I was like, no. So
That was sad.
yeah, so I'm hoping it works out on SmackDown because I would be really bummed if it didn't.